So it's really great to see that we can reach that national scale and the difference that's going to make. And so when commissioners are deciding what to include in their tender specifications that we're seeing open up around the country for online support for carers, of course, I'm going to say having access to a thriving online community is essential. But Nicola, I wonder, as a fresh pair of eyes, can you unpick that a bit? Why is it so important that we have these online communities in these tenders?
An online community means that carers can get that support from people going through the same thing, but at any time of day that they need it, and all from the comfort of their phone or their laptop. And they can hop on. We already see people hopping on and chatting with each other when they're up in the wee hours of the morning, looking after their loved ones or their cared fors, and finding support and comfort in having each other there. At these kind of different hours of the day. People can ask a question in our community and get an answer within minutes from 5 other people who have fantastic advice for them on all sorts of topics. So it's just this really timely response that they can access pretty much 24/7.
Co-production wouldn't work without a community of carers. But also, I know commissioners were interested to know, well, what difference is this going to make at a local level? What's your thoughts on that?
What we've seen in our local spaces already is people sharing tips and advice around local places to go, where to shop, what services they can access. And little things like this can make a big difference to somebody's day, just understanding, okay, this is open at that time, that works for me, I can go along. And that can really kind of take some of the pressure off local authorities.
Yeah, and it's great to see that kind of instant sharing of ideas, local services, things that help, and those connections being made. So we've made a bit of a development recently and moved our community and lots of resources that we have into one space on our own Mobilise app. And there's been a real kind of rush to download the app. Carers that have been with us for a while are really excited to have it there on their phone. It's Mobilise, and they can hop in anytime, day or night. So we're really excited to do that. But it took us a while to reach the decision that an app would be the right thing and to know that we had a big enough community to make it really impactful. But now that we've done it, I feel like we've created something really great. But what's your sense? You've seen other communities, some with apps, some without. What's your sense of the value of having an app for Mobilise?
The value of the app really is that it's a safe space that is just for the carers, away from the noise of social media and the ads and all the other things that might be popping up there. They know they can come here. The only people who are in there are other people in the same situation. It's not going to get seen by anyone else, and they feel really kind of comfortable and safe in that space. And for us guys at Mobilise, and this benefits local authorities, is that we have these amazing, unique insights into the difficulties and challenges that carers are experiencing. And then in turn, that enables us to come up with these innovative solutions and products.
I'm really loving seeing the difference that it makes being in our own app. It's very different to conversations that normally happen on social media. It kind of sets the tone for this is a safe space. This is a place for support for one another. And it really makes a different style of conversation. And the added bonus that, you never know what's going to be different when you make a change like this. But seeing how many men are joining the conversation, quite often in social media, it's women that lead those conversations, and men we know will look and lurk and read, but aren't engaging as much. But since we've launched the app, we're noticing our community, the men are really becoming much more visible. And as one man introduces himself, more men come along and introduce themselves too, share ideas and share thoughts. And what we've also noticed is the carers who are neurodiverse as well really find the app a safe space. They find the cup as a safe space as well. So we're starting to see that happening. We're starting to see conversations open up between people of the same nationality or cultural background as well. And they're starting to have those conversations and starting to, share what works for them and what's different for them. And then we all together learn about that. But so important that that's that safe, inclusive space to be able to do that. And I really feel the app has kind of upped that a level and a level more, which is really exciting to see.
It's our own platform, which we've designed to include courses. We've put all the resources in there. We can keep reminding people where they are. We can host our events or set up all the invites through the platform. So everything's in one space. People aren't going to have to go hunting around, checking different emails. They know they can just open that app and everything they need is in there.
Yeah, that all-in-one space thing is so important. And also we realised, although most of the carers we're supporting are accessing things on their mobile phone, some also and others only use a laptop computer as well. So everything's also available in browser version as well, but it's just kind of all in one space, which is really helpful. So it works on your phone, palm of your hand, but also works on the desktop too. So that's been super helpful. But we've seen some great things that I'd love to see more of. But in Lancashire, we had a carer who was in the community, and he started his own art club after COVID and was trying to get more men to come along. So has been inviting others in the community to come along. And those that were kind of like, oh, just sounds so interesting, I'd love to, but I'm unfortunately in a situation where I don't have transport or I'm stuck at home. And he was able to share a gallery of the work that they've been doing. And he's joined some of the cuppers as well to chat about what other people are doing, and they've shared their artwork as well. So it's been really nice to take that kind of local thing into the whole community, but also invite people just locally to join in as well. Loving that in Lancashire. And in Dudley, we've got some carers who've met through the mobilised community, and we see pictures of them meeting up for coffees and picnics and things like that. So those connections are really important. And every area has like a different example where those things are starting up, which I really love. And also we have, there's a little bit of a story, indulge me if you will, about an air fryer, and you can kind of what's air fryers got to with community. But this is how these kind of national connections have been made. So we had in a cuppa one day, we had a fairly light and easy topic talking about kind of what easy meals to make that are cheap and easy and nutritious. And one carer shared, well, I'm using my air fryer to do it. And someone else was like, oh, I'd love an air fryer, but, we can't all just go out and buy stuff if we haven't got the funds. And someone said, well, we've got one. They sadly lost their mother-in-law recently, and they had an air fryer. So by the power of the community, this air fryer travelled down from Blackpool to Cornwall, all the way through a couple of carers and through a carer that was going to visit. And it ended up in Cornwall, and there was a little bunch of 3 of them that had all met up together at one of the carers' houses, which is just amazing. And it's that kind of optimism of the impossible becoming possible. And Nicola, I'm really excited for what we're going to do together, for what's going to come next. I know you're already deep in those conversations with carers in our community, involving them in what we're doing, which is exactly what we want. So really looking forward to what's going to come up soon. So yeah, watch this space, folks. I hope we'll come back with an update and tell you what's been happening soon. But Nicola, thanks for chatting. Really great to talk these things through. See you soon.
Lovely to chat. Bye.